On today's show, PJ Washington signs an extension with the Dallas Mavericks. Is he worth it? What's his spot in the rotation? I think he is, and I think he has a good one on today's Locked On Mavs.
Stop it! Stop! The number one pick will go to the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flagg will fly in Dallas.
Dogs, all of us, all five.
You are Locked On Mavs, your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm gonna get a city like that.
And welcome. You are locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for 10 years. Thanks for being an everydayer, making Locked On Mavs your first listen each and every day. This episode brought to you by FanDuel. Go check out FanDuel and see what is available for you. Bet $5, and if your first bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets. Download the FanDuel app and go to FanDuel.com to get started today. Joining me, as always, my co-host, media member covering the Mavs for 10 years, right alongside me, the Thursday threat, the one more thinking. What you got for me, Isaac Harris?
I just want to say right off the top, justice for all landscapers. Landscaping is a very hard business, and there is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into landscaping. I grew up landscaping with a family business in Kentucky, and it's hard work, and people... I thought you were cutting me off with like Oscar music here with the music. Sorry. And I just want to say, I recognize you. I see you, all the tree planters out there, all the people that are real tree planters and landscapers. I'm with you. It's hard work.
How much did Aspiration Trees pay you for that mention?
For me to show up or for me just to talk about it?
And for the great Slightly Biased YouTube channel, Slightly Biased, it's three-man weave, boys. We're back.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to all the cheaters and rule breakers out there, because keep going.
Get what's yours.
That's
Works
right.
for Steve Ballmer. Today's episode, we'll talk about the Mavs offseason. I want to grade what the Mavs offseason has been so far. We'll talk about what they've done, and we'll talk a little bit about Slightly's got a take. He came in hot with a take. He's ready to share it, so we'll do that. But let's start here. PJ Washington gets his deal, and it's 4 years, $90 million, the max that he could have extended for. He's not trade eligible now, and so that is big for this season for the Mavericks. But PJ Washington in tow. For me, I think you start with this one, and you wonder, well, they've got Cooper Flagg, they've got Anthony Davis. Do they really want to make an investment in PJ Washington, a guy that plays the same position probably as those two guys? And for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, no-brainer that they should do this. At the very least, keep him, because he will be an asset and a tradable asset and a contract that's like $25 million a year. And other teams will want him. He's going to have value across the league. And so right now, like, he is more valuable at $25 million a year than $25 million in cap space because of how the new NBA like works out right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's a win-win for both sides. I think there's a chance that depending on his role in season, if he has another season like he did last year, that he could have made more money on the open market next summer. And just to have a guy at that size that can do what he does, I said this the other day. I was looking up. I'm like, all right, because he rebounds really well for his position, and it's like, I think he had like 6 or 7 boards, but I basically just put in like his height, at least his height or bigger. Shooting the percentage that he shot last year from three with the amount of rebounds he had last year per game. And there are only 7 players in the league who did that. And some of the top names are Jokic, Towns, Sabonis. And then you have Vucevic, Michael Porter Jr., John Collins, and then PJ. It just shows you like he is kind of a unique player because he does crash the boards, but he also hits threes and stuff too. He's 6'7", he can defend. So I'm just all about it. He's 27 years old. To your point, I don't worry about the role with it. You just get him signed, and then you can figure out the role later on.
Yeah, I mean, 12% of the cap. That's what he's making over the next however many years of his contract. So,
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's fantastic for a guy who we know has proven that he can be a starting caliber power forward on a championship contending team, on a team that makes the finals. So this is a fantastic deal. I mean, the Mavs just, entering the season, I don't know, none of the key guys are like unrestricted free agents. None of the key guys are guys that are kind of have this dangling free agency hanging over you. And that's how the modern NBA is really. Like, you don't want free agency's dead, but you don't really want your guys to even have the option of free agency, and that's why you see these guys get locked in so quickly now. I mean, look at the Lakers. I think everyone just had them penciled in to keep Dorian Finney-Smith this offseason, and he leaves the Rockets, and no one was really expecting that a month before free agency started. So, yeah, it's good to have him. And yeah, he won't be traded all this year. I think that's actually the most interesting thing because, I don't know, this team likes to get active during the trade deadline period. So
just go ahead now and just go ahead and cross his name off for any of the rumors out there. Any national people listening, like, don't put him in any rumors. He can't be traded this year. So just leave him alone. He's in Dallas. And then also the other kind of underrated angle of this is, let's say things do really go south over the next 12 months with this team franchise. Let's say at some point they hit reset on everything. Like they clear house with upper management and all the stuff. And they're like, hey, we're just going to build around Cooper Flagg, whether it's a year and a half from now. He's still in that in-between range to where he's not he's not 33 and you just hand him a big deal to where you're like, oh crap, he's still a guy that if you did hit reset, you want him next to Cooper Flagg playing the 3 or 4, and he's still young enough that he would fit that type of reset. So yeah, I don't really see a downside for a move like this.
Well, also something else, if the Mavericks, let's say the Mavericks have a good season and they're like, man, Cooper Flagg's everything we thought. Now we do have kind of a log jam that we need to situate. Maybe Lively looks really good. AD looks like a star. I mean, Gafford and PJ combined can get you close to $40 million in a trade. Those are two, very good trade assets. I mean, if I'm a team and I'm trading someone, those are two guys I would want.
What's LeBron make again?
Sign and trade for LeBron?
Guys, we haven't even talked about that Nike ad.
I haven't even seen it yet still.
It is something else, man.
It's the funniest thing I've seen.
It is something else. Wait, we should have Slightly watch it right now during the
No,
show.
I don't want it. No.
I haven't watched it during the ad break.
Watch him put on that Burger King crown.
The Mavs also now, with PJ Washington signed for the next 4 years, they now have PJ, Gafford, Kyrie, and Anthony Davis for each of the next 3 seasons, plus PJ for 2 more after that, Gafford for 1 more after that. Flagg is obviously in tow. And then you've got some other guys that are going to be coming off the books in a couple of years. You got Najee Marshall will be a free agent. You've got Caleb Martin, who's got a player option. Jaden Hardy has a team option. He'll be off. Max Christie has a player option. Derek Lively will be a restricted free agent in 2 years. And so you're starting to see all right, long-term, the Mavs have a bunch of pieces. And so there's some stability here for the Mavericks too in keeping PJ, keeping Gafford, keeping, the Kyrie and AD timeline a little bit here. And now we see with specifically Gafford and PJ, there's a crossover from after the Kyrie AD era to the Cooper Flagg era that these guys will still be there, which I think that stability is nice to have if it does last that long. Stuff in the NBA changes so quick, but I like it for that reason too.
Plus, I mean, none of those guys you mentioned are on bad deals really. So, I mean, factoring that in, if things do go south and it's blow up time and reset time, nobody's going to be hard to get off of. Of course, that's factoring in nobody has a catastrophic injury or something like that, knock on wood. But I mean, it's good. It's good roster. It really is. It's good asset management.
That sound didn't make it what you thought it was going to make. Isaac was knocking on wood.
It's good asset management and it is good roster management. I mean, it just is. It's just the truth.
Yeah, and you compare it to a guy like Gafford. Gafford could have got a similar deal that PJ got. But they want to keep the flexibility with Gafford. And if you imagine if they sign Gafford to the same deal that they just signed PJ to, and you're looking at it and you're saying, all right, now we can't trade him all year. And there is a pathway in which Lively has a really good, healthy season, and he's the 3rd best center that is now untouchable on the trade market on your team.
And you've got to play him 30 minutes a game, and then the rest of the minutes go to AD at center. It's that'd be tough.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's so then you're you can't trade him, but then Lively's playing a ton, AD's playing backup 5, and you're just trying to find minutes for a guy that's making, over $25 million a year. So that's the difference. PJ is going to play. He's at a more valuable position, and I think it's a win. I think it's a win for asset wise too. If they get a year from now and they're like, hey, this is great, but Now let's see what he's like worth next summer if they want to go that route. But I'd say keep him. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, same. Are you guys surprised that they just said we're not even interested in trading you? Like we don't even. Yeah, like we don't even. He's somebody that has been tossed into mock trades.
Yeah.
Semi frequently, especially after the Flagg lottery win. So it is kind of crazy that they're just like, we're not trading you.
I'm hoping they learned something from the Brunson situation.
Yeah, I mean, have they even had a guy hit unrestricted free agency since then?
Are they going to hire PJ's relatives to be assistant coaches on the team? Is that what they're learning from?
Hey, Pablo hasn't hit that yet.
I was gonna say, are they paying PJ Washington some kind of tree organization?
Rick Brunson has worked with Tom Thibodeau a bunch, to be fair.
Yes.
No, that's not fun though. That's not.
I know. Is he still on the coaching staff? Because that would be
not fun to bring that up. Coming up, let's grade the Mavericks offseason. They've drafted Cooper Flagg. They've extended 3 guys. They've signed a couple of guys. What do we think the Mavericks have done? I think it's pretty good, but I've heard from a couple colleagues that it has not been very good offseason. We'll debate that coming up. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook has all kinds of props and odds you can use to get in on the action. Right now, new customers can bet $5. And if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. You can use it on all kinds of different things. They got player specials on here. Isaac would die. Maybe I should just bring back Isaac just for this.
Stop it.
The first player special that I went on FanDuel. Bronny James, regular season specials. Bronny James to record a triple-double in any game in the regular season, plus 10,000.
I'll take your money on that.
Bronny James recorded double-double in any game in the regular season, plus 750.
They're just taking people's money.
Bronny James has scored 20 points in any game in the regular season, minus 110. They think it might happen that he'll score 20 points in a game.
Maybe.
If you feel confident about that, put down $5 and you can get $300 in bonus bets if that one wins on FanDuel. If you're ready to play, download the FanDuel app by visiting FanDuel.com. Get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. FanDuel, please gamble responsibly.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad. That's what we call our listeners, listening each and every day. We appreciate you for checking out the show. It's a 3-man weave. I'm here with Slightly and Isaac. We've got our text line. Check the link in the description for ways to find that. And we're motoring towards Media Day, guys. We think it's at the end of the month. We're excited about that. We're getting closer. I can smell it. I can smell Mavs basketball in the air.
That's just the Cowboys stench you smell.
The Mavs offseason is pretty much done at this point. I think all their business is pretty much done. I don't know if they're going to do anything else unless some kind of crazy trade happens, which stop me if you've heard this before. Anything could happen with the Dallas Mavericks. This is what the Mavericks have done in the offseason. I want you guys to each give a grade, and then we'll talk about the people that don't think the Mavs offseason has been very good. They drafted Cooper Flagg. They extended Kyrie Irving 3 years, $119 million after he declined his player option. And so now he's on the books for the next 3 years. They extended Daniel Gafford 3 years, like $54 million, could get to $60 million, but he is still tradable, which is something that they did. They extended PJ Washington to 4 years, $90 million, the max that they could give him. They signed D'Angelo Russell to a 2-year, $13 million deal. They signed Ryan Nembhard and Miles Kelly to 2-way deals. They re-signed Dante Exum to a 1-year vet minimum. They waived and stretched your boy Omax, Isaac.
F.
Is that in place of an expletive or is that a grade?
That's a grade.
They let Spencer Dinwiddie sign elsewhere, and they also didn't bring back Kai Jones or Kessler Edwards. Those are the only players that they didn't bring back, by the way. The only players by the end of last season that aren't on the Mavs roster is Omax, Spencer Dinwiddie, Kai Jones, Kessler Edwards. Kind of wild that the Mavs have retained so much talent. If I'm going to look at them and give them a grade, just by sheer what they did, I know that the Mavericks think that they are going to go try for a title. And so I can't give them an A if they think that this is what their offseason, that they did in this offseason, and they want to go like win a title. Obviously, you got Cooper Flagg, and that is awesome. So that bumps it up from like a C to me to a B. I'm going to give him like a B plus.
Slightly, you want to go?
I'm giving him
I'm still thinking.
You could have stopped what you said at Cooper Flagg, A+. Don't care what else they did. A+ for me.
Fair. That's fair if you take it that way, for sure.
Here's the thing, to Slightly's point. Just because I looked through some of your replies and I was like, all right.
Yeah, you said off-season, and everyone's going to say the same exact thing. You said off-season, so we're factoring that in. Luka's been off the team for 6 months.
Yeah,
I don't count that in at all. I count the things that I just listed.
But But here's the thing. If you say the Mavs had a good offseason, you're not saying Nico Harrison did everything to make this a good offseason. Like just because you're saying the Mavs had a good offseason does not equate to Nico Harrison cooked this summer. And I think that's what a lot of people see of like, dude, the Mavs had a good offseason where there's, people like transactions, draft, and all this stuff. So they like wrap their heads around that means it's the front office if we say good or bad. And to Slightly's point, like I would go with like A minus, because you get like, you got the like long-term, people are going to hate the word but like replacement of your like young cornerstone, you didn't have to, like you already got that guy now. And I think that right there, to Slightly's point, is just a massive win success. They didn't like Nico didn't do anything to get Cooper Flagg, but like that right there is a big win. And then like when you went to at the beginning of the offseason and we were like, hey, what's the things they have to do? Like after they won the lottery, what's the things they have to do to have a successful offseason? It was like draft Cooper Flagg 1. Don't play around with this and all the things. Don't trade. And then number 2 right behind it was like re-sign Kyrie Irving. You can't lose Kyrie Irving. Like you got to re-sign him. And it's like they did that. How much did Nico play into that? How much of it was just like the Mavs given? I don't know. I'm not going to say and do the percentages of it, but yeah, I just think it was a pretty dang good offseason. And yeah, I mean, after getting Cooper Flagg, bringing Kyrie back, they didn't make any like dumb trade. The only thing that is holding me back from saying A+++ is I think they could have put a little bit more assets into going to try to get like a Kobe White or a better, like a more established stopgap guy. But I'm obviously fine with D'Lo and stuff. So I think it's been a good offseason.
The hard thing about that, I talked about that yesterday, is that nobody really moved. Like there was nobody at that kind of level or like that kind of player that really like who moved. Dennis Schroeder is like.
Well, I mean, just because they didn't move doesn't mean that they're not gettable.
Well, the weird thing about the Mavs this year, and this would be a weird thing for them moving forward. It sounds weird to say, but they don't have like too many just like, oh, we can trade that guy at his money. Like they didn't like that was Maxey. That was like Tim Hardaway. That was like the guys where you just threw into like. Colin Sexton got salary dumped basically, but the Mavericks didn't have the money to get to 18 without like losing an actual like real asset. So that was like kind of the weird thing for them always. But yeah, I mean, I agree with everything Isaac said. Like I've seen people who are like, well, you can't give credit to I don't care about giving credit to anybody. The Dallas Mavericks if you were just to put a pool together of here's all the players who moved or changed teams or on a new team, including rookies, this offseason. Here's all the players that are in one pool. Kevin Durant, Desmond Bain. Cooper Flagg is the most valuable asset out of anybody there. Agreed. And the Mavericks got him. So that's an A+ for me. Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, unless you think the trade was really rigged, Nico didn't do anything. I don't care giving credit to Nico. I couldn't care less who did what. I root for the team. I'm a fan of the team. They did good. That's what I care about.
You're not ranking the Mavs front office this offseason.
Yeah,
that's how I take that question.
Nico himself gets an A+. I'm personally delivering him an A+. Like that's not
well. And the argument I had to have with Wes Goldberg on Locked On NBA Daily today was you're not grading Nico Harrison by how smart the moves were. And he was like, you don't get credit for Cooper Flagg because he landed in your lap.
We're not giving him credit for it.
You get credit for the players that ended up on the team. like that is it. Like whoever ended up on the team. To me, I'm with Isaac. The reason I'm a B+ and not an A is because this team thinks of itself as a title contender team, and the roster is not that right now.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the moves that I like credit to Nico. Do I give like Kyrie, re-signing some credit to Nico in that relationship? Yeah, sure. Swapping out Omax for Dante Exum. That's clearly a Nico Harrison move. It's a small move, but that's clearly a move that he made this this off season.
Does feel like it's been an off summer. We haven't had a lot of 100-degree days.
What an off summer.
It's been mild.
I would have went like a lower grade if they swapped PJ out with another like random player, maybe a different position or something. Like, I don't know about that. Like,
what if they did the Gafford for Kobe White trade that we were talking about? Does that change your grade?
Oh, I mean, that's A++ for me. Yeah. Because like, if you go down the list of like, hey, these were our options of the Kyrie stopgap. we were like, all right, they could put in more assets for a guy like a Kobe White. If they don't do that, if they go to vet min route, we all liked Chris Paul for that. If they could convince Chris Paul to come here, I think that's a big win for him. They couldn't do that. And so it's like that third, fourth option there was trying to convince a guy like D'Angelo Russell to come here at a discount or a discount from what he's used to, making. And I'm still high on that. I think it's going to go better than what some people think, but that's the only thing that's like holding me back a little bit. I have like A- from the A+.
Either way, from A, B+, that we all gave the grades. Great offseason for the Mavericks. Like, honestly, they all those things that I just listed, those 10 things that they did were all very good things. Like, we don't have any negative things to say. Like, they didn't make any huge mistakes this offseason. They just didn't go all the way and get like,
what's the
they don't
swerve?
have a title contending roster right now, right? Like,
one more thing, the swerve of what would have made it like a bad offseason? Obviously, if they traded Flagg for something else in the league, they didn't keep the number 1 pick. They made a trade. They traded PJ for somebody that was like, it was like, whoa, like what is this?
I think if they did what the Lakers are doing and are clearing up cap space for like 2027, the Mavs try to do that and like try to go playing powder again. Like, I think that would have been
if they let Kyrie walk and say, hey, we don't really want to give him that type of money. Go find it elsewhere. And that got like weird and all the stuff. And like, those are type of things. If those things happen, the grades would be going down fast.
Yeah. I mean, for me, if they still won the lottery in this hypothetical scenario and drafted Flagg, there's no F. There's no F they could have gotten.
Yeah. I couldn't go to an F, but if they drafted Cooper and then didn't re-sign Kyrie and traded like PJ and stuff like that, and it's like you still had AD, and then you're really in this in between game of like you committed to AD, but now you have Cooper, and then you're trading off some of these parts that are not. I don't know. I would have been like a C at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
but they didn't.
I agreed.
Coming up, we're gonna see what Slightly's take is. He's got a take on
hot take
something in the Mavs. I want to tease it, but I don't know what it is. So we're gonna hear from Slightly. Could be anything. Coming up. It's Locked On Mavs. We're here. We're talking about PJ Washington, the extension. We're talking about the Mavs offseason. Great stuff. We all agree that it's a very good offseason. B+, A's, all across the board for the Mavericks. You're going to hear from other people across this network probably say that their offseason was not that good. Don't listen to them. don't listen to them.
What's the argument for it not being good?
I know. I don't get that.
What was
because they don't like the Mavericks? Like, that's really it. They're an easy team to dunk on. I'm just here to say the Mavs are an easy team to dunk on, so people dunk on them because it's quick. It's quick clicks and quick internet points.
Because Nico didn't get fired. Like, okay, if you want to take that angle.
Yeah, a lot of fans are saying that. It's an F because Nico Harrison's still the GM.
Well, that was never going to happen.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, our good friend Matt Moore, who got drafted into the Mavs villain draft.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he had great things.
He texted me, please note the Mavs failed their offseason miserably. And I said, ha ha ha, of course you think that. And he said, you have no point guard. You have D'Lo and 30 games of Dante.
I honestly don't care what Matt Moore says about the Mavs. Well, not one bit. There's not an ounce in my body that cares.
And that's why I took them from an A to like a B+, just because of that point. Because it is a good point. The Mavs are walking into the season with not like a great not a great guard roster, but still
that doesn't make it a D off season or something.
Still a good off season.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they failed it miserably. They got the number 1 prospect of the last like 4 drafts, number 2 behind Wemby maybe.
All right, Slightly, hit us.
Yeah, so this is a little self-centered, but I guess you guys, I didn't realize you guys talked about this yesterday, but
I'm ready.
God, I don't know if there's a thing that I've seen this summer that I couldn't care less about than the Overwatch billboard, man. I mean, what a story that I could not care less about.
Why do you hate Overwatch?
Even that the Mavs try to get him removed? Because that's the part that was interesting to me. The billboard being up is like kind of funny.
Here's the thing. Look, I understand it. I get it. It's good marketing. It's clever. I understand. They knew what they were doing, right? We're going to put this right here.
Even with the slogan,
Cowboys never die. Like, they knew what they were doing. It's good, smart marketing on Lucas' team's part. Of course, the Mavericks should be like, hey, we don't want this here. We want you to move it. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that in my eyes. I just can't do the thing where we sit here and cry about every single thing that happens. I'm sorry. I just cannot be the one to do it. Like the Overwatch Billboard, this franchise is embarrassing. It's a joke. Dude, they already traded the guy. Like, we have gone past the threshold of that.
Were
So
you
it's
at, wait, were you ordering at Twin Peaks the other night?
Peaks?
He was at the table.
Were you at that table?
Yeah, it was.
Also, earlier you mentioned,
get out of here.
earlier you mentioned Nico was cooking, and I was like, I don't think Nico cooks. I think he goes out.
The Twin Peaks. I will say, if you guys have been to Twin Peaks, they're a different model. They're a different business model than they were about 7 years ago.
The models are different.
I've never
They
been
are.
there before.
That's what I'm saying. They've changed.
Here's my
Wait, in
only,
what way?
They used to be called a restaurant, and I don't know if they have that distinction anymore.
Okay.
Are they a restaurant now? Is that how it's different?
No, I think they're just a restaurant. Been a while since I've been.
The pastor
Okay,
was
here-
out of this conversation so fast.
Here's my thing with the Billboard thing. If the story never came out, and I was sitting at the stoplight and I see these
matter.
billboards, I'm just gonna smirk and be like, huh, "That's funny. They have Overwatch got these billboards for Luka," and I'm gonna drive on and I don't care. I still think it's petty. I think it's petty from the Mavs to try to erase Luka from people's memories, and it's more the principle of it than the Overwatch thing. I get it by that. Hey, we're going to put up some Mavs stuff. Like, we're going to put up a Mavs billboard downtown. Like, if the Mavs did and they don't put Luka on it or something, like, okay, sure. Like, you're not going to actively put Luka on it. But like the practice facility, when you have eras of the Mavs and it's like going down and you have the Brad Davis and Dirk and all the stuff, and then you have the current era and
Dwight Powell era.
You went in there and took Luka's stuff out. Like, that is weird to me. And a billboard, an ad to like make calls to try to remove his face from an ad because it's near your arena. I just think it's all petty. It's like, there's nothing they're going to do to erase Luka right now or to get Luka off Mavs fans' minds. You're just going to have to play games, and Cooper's going to be good. You got to win games, and it's going to come with time.
So I guess my thing is it's like,
He's like, I don't want to talk about this at all.
it's not like they made a big public spectacle of wanting to get the billboard removed. Of course they were wanting the billboard removed. He's not on the team anymore. Like, I don't, to me, it's like, I felt the same way
like
about the practice facility stuff. It's like, guys, yeah, be mad he got traded. I'm all for that. He's not on the team.
But
And
they were
so
like-
the active current team, they're taking him out. When people when they removed the banner, people freaked out. He's not on the team anymore. So if this is the stuff that's going to make you angry and you're going to like seriously be upset about it all the time, maybe it's time to just take a break. Like, I'm being dead serious.
If Luka retired right now, do you think they put him back in that era of the case in the practice facility?
Well, I mean, that would be a little bit different. But if Luke, 10 years from now, if he retires 10 years from now, he'll be put up everywhere.
I agree. Yeah. Because Nico and them would be gone.
Okay, so it's a little bit different because it's different circumstances. But like, do the Cavs have any LeBron iconography in their stadium? I'm actually genuinely asking. I don't know.
I have no clue. I don't know anything
I'm
about
sure
the
they
Cavs.
have I'm sure they have stuff that to the championship.
Oh, I'm sure. For sure.
Probably.
But I'm just
Yeah.
like, the Overwatch billboard to me is just like, yeah, of course they would want it removed, man. Like, it's petty on both ends. That's why I can't like get
Nico
too
got
worked
to
up
you.
about it. No, Nico, nothing. I guarantee you, Nico had nothing. I promise you, Nico had nothing to do with
He's
the billboard.
defending Twin Peaks. He's talking about the billboard needs to be
No.
removed.
No, I don't.
The offseason is an A no matter what.
Wait. Why did you go to Vegas?
Let me go. Yeah, I was doing some business.
Yeah.
Let me go back. I said, I don't care about the billboard. Remove it. Don't remove it. I don't care about it as a concept. I don't care
Well,
about
I mean, they shouldn't.
That's because you're bought by Elden Ring, right? So you can't endorse another
No,
video
I
game
am
right now.
Overwatch. I'm an Overwatch believer. I think Overwatch is way better than Marvel Rivals.
They should have never done the tribute video to Luka then.
Well, a tribute video is different.
Stupid.
I'll just play around.
That's our take. Tomorrow we're gonna get.
I heard they
into-
were going around to all the like fan shops around like DFW. They were in North Park the other day at Lids, and they had a Doncic jersey up in the top on sale, and they just ripped them all off the racks. And
That would be funny.
Would you care about that if they were doing that?
No, that would be some Gestapo stuff. But no,
Gestapo.
yeah. No, but I'm just like,
Gestapo, I think, was the guy that made Pinocchio, right?
so they clearly did the Overwatch ad as they wanted to go viral because they knew the Mavericks would tell them to take it down, and they achieved that goal. So I'm saying they were being petty in their conquest, and they achieved it.
The Mavs got rage baited, basically.
They got rage baited,
right? And that's why we talked about it, because we were like, they got rage baited. They should have just let it go.
They should have let it go. But I'm saying they don't just say. You're telling me Luca's advertising team was like, let's just what's a good spot? Yeah, victory. Nobody goes by there really.
That wasn't Luca's team. No, that was an Overwatch team. That was an Overwatch decision. I mean, Luca's team is.
I think Luca's team is picking the placement of where the ads are.
I would go on a limb and say I don't think LB and them are complaining.
No.
So, because I think they do want to stick it to the Mavs every step of the way.
You guys know he's ranked top 500 in the world.
Yeah, I knew he was a dog.
Still,
like player.
Yeah.
Is that a new ranking coming out for Locked On?
We're gonna rank the Overwatch players next.
Yeah, Nick only has Luca in his top 500.
I don't know any other Overwatch players. Does Ninja play Overwatch?
No, probably.
Coming up tomorrow, Klay Thompson did an interview, and he kind of said some wild things. We're going to talk about that interview. We're going to rank some of the things that he said, including he said he thinks the Mavs could have had the best team in the NBA last year. AD is the best power forward of his generation when healthy. We'll talk about some of those things that Klay said tomorrow. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs.
Peace out.